Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat character voice comparison reaction video. In the last video, we did Cyrax and Sector, two characters in one. Now it's time to get into the next character, and that is Noob Saibot, who is technically the original Sub-Zero, Bi-Han, or B-Han, whatever you want to call him. So I talked about it in the Sub-Zero voice comparison reaction video. Bi-Han or B-Han, whatever you want to call him, was the original Sub-Zero before he was killed by Misunderstanding from Scorpion. And then eventually his brother Kai Lang became the next Sub-Zero, who was more well known for the Red Scar and all that, and he would take control of the Lin Kuei since then. As supposedly as the original Sub-Zero was thought to be dead, he would soon come back in Mortal Kombat 3, and he become Noob Saibot thanks to dark magic. So, the original Sub-Zero was back and was now Noob Saibot, which I think he was actually a lot more vicious and a lot more better as Noob Saibot than he was as the original Sub-Zero. I mean, he was good even as the original Sub-Zero, but you know what? I think Bi-Han or Bi-Han is way more better as Noob Saibot. And you know what? His brother, his younger brother, Kai Lang, has really been proven to be a much more better Sub-Zero than the original one was. But anyway, you get the point. I'm going to go ahead and get into this. There's not much left to be said other than Noob Saibot is a pretty awesome character. Always fun to play as. Never gets old. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Not wasting any more time. So, like John Cena and Triple H would always say, your time is up, my time is now. It's time to play the game. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Noob Saibot, voice comparison. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Comparing the voices of Noob Saibot.
This hold is off limits. No one may enter.
Okay, this is technically more like him as Sub-Zero, but alright.
This hold is off limits. No one may enter.
I mean, is that really him as Noob Saibot, or is that just him as the original Sub-Zero? Because according to that picture, that really is more like Bi-Han as the original Sub-Zero. Okay. Jim Cummings, I do remember he's voiced some other characters. I don't remember which characters he's voiced. I know he's been in one of my previous voice comparison reaction videos. I just forgot which ones, but okay, sure, I guess thumbs up, even though this one's confusing, because is it really him as Noob Saibot, or is this just him as the original Sub-Zero? Oh, yes! Wow, this guy did the voice of, he was just in my last video, Sultan, Udin, or however you say his name. He was just in my last video of Cyrax and Sector. He was one of the, he voiced, Cyrax in, I think it was Mortal Kombat Gold? Yeah, it was Mortal Kombat Gold. Sultan Udin, or however you say his name, he voiced, Cyrax in Mortal Kombat Gold. He was in my last Mortal Kombat character voice comparison reaction video, Cyrax and Sector, and apparently, wow, I had no idea he was also the same man that played Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat Conquest. Like I said, this series was short-lived in 1998, but it was great. This one's like my second favorite live-action Mortal Kombat sequel. The original 1995 Mortal Kombat movie will always be my personal #1 favorite, but Mortal Kombat Conquest, even though that was a very short-lived series with only one season, it was a fantastic series while it lasted, and like I said, I almost did forget that Noob Saibot was in the series, but I had no idea that Sultan was the one who played Noob Saibot. That's crazy, but yes, thumbs up for him, though, definitely, without a doubt. His performance was great. Listen to that voice. Well, obviously, this now proves that if Noob Saibot was in here, obviously that's got to mean that, that Kai Lang was Sub-Zero in this series, and because Sub-Zero was in this series as well, so that's got to mean Kai Lang was in here, right?
I have traded one president for another. The Emperor will kill me if I try and return to my realm. No human is my equal. What is his name? Grandmaster, in honor of the Lin Kuei, I bring you this sacred map of it.
Well, okay, I mean, this is him as Sub-Zero again, but alright. Okay, so I guess apparently because his name is Bi-Han, I guess apparently they're also going to cover him as Sub-Zero as well. Because you saw in the first one with Jim Cummings, that was him as Sub-Zero. I was like, this is supposed to be Noob Saibot, and we all know that Bi-Han is Noob Saibot, but Okay, I mean, I guess because he was the original Sub-Zero, I guess they're gonna do Bi-Han as Sub-Zero as well, so yeah. But yeah, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, that was a game that was made back in 1997, and yeah, John Turk was the one who played Sub-Zero in the live-action sequels, because in that game, they did have live-action sequels for the game, and John Turk was the one behind the Sub-Zero costume, but okay. I didn't think they were going to cover him as Sub-Zero as well. I thought it was just going to be Noob Saibot, but okay. But I mean, I guess you can, because like I said, he was the original Sub-Zero, so I guess if you want to cover Bi-Han in his appearances as both Sub-Zero and Noob Saibot, you could do that, I guess, but alright. That was a pretty hard game. I mean, I've never played it, but I've seen Mr. G-Star321 play this. He was done with this game. Like he said, after he made YouTube videos of him playing it, that was going to be the last time he was ever going to play this game. This game was hard. It looks hard. Just watching him playing it, it was so much stress, so that's a hard game, but yeah, sure. I'll give it to John Turk.
I am not a ninja. I am Lin Kuei. Scorpion was a ninja. Scorpion was tipped off. He knew I was breaking into that temple, and if he wasn't there, there wouldn't have been a battle. You are responsible for this sorcerer. Quan Chi could simply be a lunatic sorcerer. I never heard of an elder god named Shinnok. I'll do it, Thunder God. Only because I don't have a choice. Has come to challenge me. So
yes.
as I told the others, I have taken this patch of dead terrain for the Brotherhood.
I've only heard a few voice clips of this guy. I don't know who the man is that played. I don't know. I mean, they don't show who it is. It says it's an unknown voice actor. So whoever it is that voiced Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat Deception, I'll give him props. He did a good job.
Now you will be death.
And apparently they left out the guy from Mortal Kombat Armageddon, because that was Mortal Kombat 9 they went to, but apparently they left out the guy who voiced him in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Maybe this guy who voiced Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat Deception maybe is the same man who voiced him in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. But who knows. But anyway, let's just move on. But yes. Because some of these guys I pretty much have already covered, because like I said, with the Bi-Han Sub-Zero, I already checked it out on my Sub-Zero voice comparison, where I did the one from Generation West's original video, where he covered both Bi-Han and Kai Lang Sub-Zero, and then I checked out his second one, where he just covered just only the Kai Lang Sub-Zero. But yeah, Jamison Price, yes. His performance was good. He did have a good voice for Bi-Han Sub-Zero. Because there was a different man who voiced Kai Lang Sub-Zero from then, but yeah, this was the man, Jamison Price, who voiced Bi-Han when he was the original Sub-Zero before he was killed and got resurrected as Noob Saibot. He's got to be the same man who voiced Noob Saibot in that game, right? It would only make sense. So if he's voicing the original Sub-Zero, Bi-Han as the original Sub-Zero, then yeah, there you go. He's got to voice him as Noob Saibot. There you go.
You are not worthy of the name Sub-Zero.
Like I said, Bi-Han really is so much better as Noob Saibot than he was as the original Sub-Zero. He's a badass either way in both, but you know what? When he became Noob Saibot, he really turned out to be so much more better, you know? Listen to that voice. That's just a great voice. I already checked him out in my Sub-Zero voice comparison, but yes, still thumbs up, yes. I'm not sure if I like this. Well, I mean, this is the Well, technically, when Sub-Zero appeared in the first Mortal Kombat Legacy movies and stuff, it was technically Quan Chi. It was technically Quan Chi, because that's how it went. When Scorpion accidentally killed, Bi-Han Sub-Zero over a misunderstanding, it was Quan Chi who was disguising himself as Sub-Zero to trick Scorpion and manipulate him into killing his best friend, and then when Scorpion found the truth, he wanted revenge on Quan Chi. But still, this guy's performance, I'll still give him a thumbs up. I'm not sure if I like this guy's performance better or if I like the guy from Mortal Kombat Legacy 2 better. Probably, I like Mortal Kombat Legacy 2 guys better. I like the actor who played Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat Legacy 2. I think I like him better as Sub-Zero. I like him as the better Bi-Han Sub-Zero. But, although the costume was not as good... Yeah, this man, Eric Steenberg, yeah. I think I like his performance as Bi-Han Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat Legacy 2 better than the first guy in the first Mortal Kombat Legacy. Although the only thing I don't like about Eric Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat Legacy 2 was the costume. The costume just wasn't that good. I like the other costume better in Mortal Kombat Legacy 1. It looks more ninja-like. This one just... I don't know, it just looks like a Hydro suit or whatever. It's kind of cringe if you ask me. It's not that good. I don't really like this costume that Sub-Zero got in Mortal Kombat Legacy too much. I don't really like it that much. Not a big fan of it. But still, props to them.
I apologize for his actions. Both serve the same Lord, but they chose to fight for Earthrealm. We face far greater mortal threats looming on our shores. May this blood be the last blood spill between us.
Quite a few voice roles were going on here. Yes, of course. It was so exciting that Noob Saibot came back in Mortal Kombat Legacy, Mortal Kombat 11. It was so good. Because I'm sure fans were curious to wonder if Noob Saibot was ever going to come back, but it was great that when they made Mortal Kombat 11 in 2019, they brought him back. And he really looked really awesome as well. He looked incredible. It's even good that he had hooks as a weapon. That was pretty cool. Glad to see Noob Saibot being back in Mortal Kombat 11. He looked awesome, and his weapon of choice with the hooks was actually pretty good as well. And his fatalities were even real good as well. It was great to see Noob Saibot back in Mortal Kombat 11. And this guy does have an awesome voice. This one's probably my #1 favorite out of all the Noob Saibot voice actors so far right now. Alright, so when it comes down to it, even though this was a really weird one because they were covering Bi-Han as both Noob Saibot and the original Sub-Zero, but when it technically comes down to Bi-Han as Noob Saibot, when it comes down to him as Noob Saibot, I'm gonna give it to Sultan Udin, however you say his name, for his live-action performance as Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat Conquest. He's my only favorite live-action Noob Saibot. And then for animated video game-wise, it's gonna have to be, it's gonna definitely be Jameson Price and Sean Chiplock. Those are my only 2 picks for animated and video game-wise Noob Saibot. So that's a total of 3 favorites for Noob Saibot, or Bi-Han as Noob Saibot. I've already got my picks for Bi-Han Sub-Zero. If you haven't seen my Sub-Zero voice comparison where I covered both the Bi-Han and Kai Lang Sub-Zeros, you should go check it out because I covered both of them. So I already have my picks for Bi-Han as Sub-Zero as well. But if you guys want to know my picks again, I guess I'll go ahead and do so for this video. But when it comes down to the voice, when it comes down to it for my favorite voices for Bi-Han as Sub-Zero, I'll pick Jameson Price from Mortal Kombat 9. And I'll give it to Eric Steinberg for his performance in Mortal Kombat Legacy 2. So I guess those will be my only 2 picks for this video as Bi-Han as Sub-Zero. But technically, I'm only focusing on Noob Saibot because this is supposed to be Noob Saibot. You know, I've already got my picks for Bi-Han as Sub-Zero in the Sub-Zero voice comparison reaction video. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out because I covered the voices on who my favorite voices were of Sub-Zero, both Kai Lang and Bi-Han. But when it comes down to Bi-Han here as Noob Saibot, it's those 3 men that I just already said. Sultan, Udin, Jameson Price, and Sean Chiplock. Those are my 3 picks for Noob Saibot. But there you go, guys. Now, time for you to leave a comment down below the video. Let me know who you love as Bi-Han, who you love as Noob Saibot. Or if you also like to, you can even let a comment down below. Let me know who you love as Bi-Han, who you love as the voice of Bi-Han as Noob Saibot, and the voice of Bi-Han as the original Sub-Zero. You can do that as well. But I'm technically only wanting you to focus on him as Noob Saibot. But you get the point. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. And stay tuned and share it with all your friends. And stay tuned for the next video when I get the chance, ladies and gentlemen. So, until then, when I'm back with another video, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you for joining. So, I'll see you next time in the next video. So, that'll be it for today, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike, give it a thumbs down. Join me next time for the next video. To all you boys, men, and guys out there, fist bumps go to all of you. To all the girls, ladies, and women out there, kiss go out to all of you. But until then, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day.